15-mile-high oceanic walls of terror are swallowing entire continents whole. Deep beneath the surface, tectonic plates are snapping like thin wafers, and our sky is turning blood red from violent friction as it leaks out into deep space. Suddenly, a pitch-black dark planet 4 times larger than the moon appears in the sky, and in a single millisecond, Earth's entire gravitational balance is utterly annihilated. This isn't a sci-fi scene from a Hollywood blockbuster. It is the brutal, instantaneous reality of a planetary catastrophe that would unfold the moment a rogue planet enters our solar system. Deep in space, infrared telescopes operated by space agencies suddenly detect a strange anomaly near Jupiter's orbit. A massive cosmic object that isn't orbiting any star, but moving straight toward us at a violent speed of 50 kilometers per second. A planet with no sun of its own, wandering through deep freezing darkness for billions of years, is known in astrophysics as a rogue planet or a wandering planet. The terrifying truth, my friend, is that these rogue worlds are completely invisible in interstellar space because they reflect no light. By the time our scientists spot it, this rogue intruder has already shattered the outermost boundary of our solar system, the Oort cloud. Trillions of icy comets and asteroids inside the Oort cloud are ripped from their stable orbits by the intruder's massive gravitational pull. Thousands of fiery comets rain down across the sky, hurled like high-speed projectiles toward the inner planets, Mars, Earth, and Venus. But this meteor storm is merely a small starter effect. The real biological and physical nightmare begins when the intruder enters Jupiter's gravitational sphere. The giant of our solar system, which served as Earth's protective shield for millions of years, begins to wobble violently in its orbit as it clashes gravitationally with this massive visitor. This disturbance in Jupiter's gravitational pull instantly destroys the delicate stability of the entire solar system. The million-year-old orbital harmony between Earth and the Sun begins to completely disintegrate. As the rogue planet passes near Earth's orbit, its first violent impact hits our moon. The moon's orbit suddenly stretches, and its distance from Earth becomes dangerously unstable. Now comes the moment, brother, that will send cold sweat dripping down every single human being's face. The regular ocean tides once raised by the moon's gravity now transform into mega-tsunamis under the combined gravitational forces of the rogue planet. Major coastal cities like New York, Mumbai, Tokyo, and London disappear within seconds beneath 10-mile-high oceanic waves. Oceans abandon their basins and surge violently across continents as Earth's liquid water mass is pulled toward the invading planet. But gravity doesn't just pull water. Earth's crust, the solid ground we stand on, begins to tear apart under extreme mechanical stress. Tectonic plates smash into each other with violent force, triggering continuous earthquakes exceeding magnitude 10 across every corner of the planet. Every dormant and active volcano on Earth, from the Yellowstone supervolcano to the Pacific Ring of Fire, erupts simultaneously in violent fury. Hundreds of cubic miles of molten magma and toxic ash are blasted thousands of feet into the sky. Daylight is completely blocked, plunging the entire planet into a permanent, pitch-black blackout of ash and sulfur. Deep inside, Earth's mantle enters a chaotic churning motion, driven by gravitational tidal forces, overheating the planet's core, so intensely that violent floods of magma rupture through the crust. But a massive question arises. Can humanity survive this gravitational shockwave by hiding in deep underground bunkers? This is the exact point, my friend, where biological reality delivers a brutal blow to your existence. When the rogue planet reaches its closest approach to Earth, its gravitational pull violently stretches our atmosphere outward. Atmospheric pressure drops precipitously. When atmospheric pressure collapses, water boils even at room temperature. The blood flowing through your veins and the fluids inside your living cells will begin to boil while you are still alive. Your eardrums will instantly burst, and your lungs will collapse as oxygen gas escapes rapidly into space. Earth's atmospheric shield, which protects us from cosmic radiation and the vacuum of space, is dragged behind us into space like a trailing tail from the rogue planet's gravitational friction. The sky's familiar blue fades away, replaced by a violent nitrogen glow and a pitch-black void. With the loss of our oxygen and ozone layers, the sun's deadly ultraviolet and cosmic radiation strike the surface directly. Every plant, animal, and living tissue on Earth is annihilated within seconds from radiation burns and vacuum exposure. Now let's dive into the ultimate physics paradox, the one that keeps astrobiologists and planetary scientists awake at night. What happens if this rogue planet hits Earth directly? Or what if, without colliding, it slingshots our planet straight into deep space? In a direct collision, at an impact speed of 50 kilometers per second, both planets would be pulverized. In a single millisecond, Earth's solid rock surface would melt into a giant glowing fireball of liquid magma, and trillions of tons of debris would blast into deep space. Both Earth and the rogue planet would be erased forever, leaving behind nothing but a new asteroid belt. However, if there is no direct collision and the rogue planet merely exerts a massive gravitational slingshot impact, the outcome is even more horrifying. Earth would be completely ripped from its orbit around the sun, thrown into deep space as a permanent rogue planet itself. Drifting away from the sun's light and heat, Earth's temperature would plunge toward -200 degrees Celsius. Every ocean, river, and drop of surface water on Earth would freeze solid, creating an ice crust hundreds of feet thick. The entire world would be enveloped in a silent, frozen darkness and an eternal winter. In such a freezing, rogue Earth scenario, humanity's final hope would rest solely on deep geothermal vents and miles-deep, nuclear-powered underground bunkers. As surface temperatures approach absolute zero, the atmosphere itself would freeze and fall to the ground, like liquid air and nitrogen snow. To survive, humans would have to rely on geothermal heat reserves 5 miles beneath the surface, where a few thousand people might fight a desperate battle for survival using nuclear reactors and artificial hydroponic farms. But without the sun, without photosynthesis, and without a functioning surface ecosystem, even these underground human colonies would completely collapse within a few generations due to mechanical failure and genetic isolation. You might be thinking, my friend, that the arrival of such a rogue planet sounds like a Hollywood script and that the chances in the real universe must be zero. But recent calculations by astrophysicists will shatter that illusion in a second. There are more rogue planets wandering the Milky Way galaxy than there are stars. Estimates suggest our galaxy harbors anywhere from 100 billion to 400 billion wandering planets navigating deep space without a star to call home. Every single rogue planet is like a silent cosmic missile, capable of destroying the delicate balance of any stable solar system at any moment. We take it completely for granted that our Earth is a safe and permanent home. But the harsh truth is that our solar system is floating right through an immense cosmic minefield. We are alive today simply because over the past 4.5 billion years, no massive rogue giant has crossed our path. All of our history, our art, our wars, our technology, and our very existence, everything hangs by a single thin thread of gravitational stability. One minor cosmic displacement, and this entire solar system could transform into a chaotic zone of destruction. If this terrifying planetary destruction scenario blew your mind, let me know in the comments below. If Earth were thrown into deep space as a rogue planet, could humanity actually survive inside deep underground bunkers?